From production, usage, to disposal, the entire life cycle of a cigarette is damaging to the environment. Before the cigarette gets to your hand, it has already made its impact. Production is where the environmental impact of tobacco begins. To start, there is deforestation.
So deforestation affects the environment in a lot of different ways on different scales. So on a local scale, it obviously removes a lot of habitat for the local animals that would usually live in that area. It also creates more soil erosion because the roots would otherwise hold that soil together are gone. And that can cause damage to water quality as well, because lots of soil and sediment ends up being washed into rivers. On a more global scale, the removal of lots of trees puts more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and that obviously has an effect on our climate and also on our oceans.
Another problem is the use of pesticides. Due to being a monocrop, large amounts of herbicides and pesticides are used, thus putting harmful chemicals into the environment. The tobacco industry's contribution to pollution begins in the first stages of production. The manufacture and transportation process of tobacco releases approximately 4,740,000 tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Once the tobacco is produced and gets to the hands of consumers, the actual usage of the tobacco itself has an ample carbon footprint. Smoking cigarettes damages the environment. Cigarette smoke alone contributes to 2.6 billion kilograms of carbon dioxide and 5.2 billion kilograms of methane per year, only adding to the total emission of greenhouse gases. Fires caused by cigarettes is another issue. Cigarette smoking causes around 10% of fire-related deaths worldwide, and the irresponsible disposal of cigarette butts are a common cause of wildfires. Speaking of disposal, the disposal of cigarettes has a lasting environmental impact. Litter is a key issue when discussing the negative impact of cigarettes. An estimated 4.5 trillion of the estimated annual 6 trillion globally consumed cigarettes are carelessly deposited as butts into the environment each year. That means for every 25 pack of cigarettes, 19 of those become litter. What makes matters worse, cigarette butts are not biodegradable. They contain carcinogenic chemicals such as nicotine, ethanol, and arsenic. After disposal, these toxic chemicals leach into the surrounding environment, poisoning wildlife.
So if you are inside a room with other people who are smoking, it's the buildup of smoke in that very limited space that is going to be most harmful to you personally and your health. But from a global environmental perspective, it really is the deforestation associated with the growth of the tobacco crop, as well as then the manufacturing and transport of those cigarettes that produces carbon dioxide that enters the atmosphere, and also a lot of chemical waste that's the most harmful globally.